Transportation in Phuket. Phuket is the pearl of the Andaman Sea, an ideal vacation destination with its tropical climate, white sand beaches and clear waters. This island in Thailand attracts millions of tourists from all over the world every year. However, to enjoy all the benefits of this paradise, it is important to understand Phuket's transportation system. Thanks to the good infrastructure, traveling around the island is not difficult, but there are some peculiarities. Preparing for the trip. Route planning to Phuket is an important step that will help you maximize your time on the island. Don't forget to include visits to places like Phuket Old Town, Big Buddha, Wat Chalong Temple, and various beaches and nature parks in your itinerary. Consider visiting neighboring islands such as Similans or Phi Phi Phi, which are known for their spectacular scenery and diving opportunities. Choice accommodation and hotel in Phuket depends on your preferences and budget. Most tourists prefer to stay in Patong areas. There are plenty of hotels, restaurants and stores in Kata and Karen. If you prefer a more relaxing vacation, consider staying in districts of Surin or Bang Dao. For lovers of exclusive vacations, there are rental options, villas or a sea view apartment. Preparation of necessary documents and things. Don't forget to bring your passport, tickets, insurance, hotel booking confirmation, as well as comfortable clothes and shoes, swimsuit, sunscreen, insect repellent and personal medication. It is also recommended to bring a small first aid kit, an adapter for power outlets, chargers for electronics and of course a good camera for photos. It's important to remember that in Thailand requires an international driver's license to rent a car or motorcycle. If you plan to rent a vehicle, be sure to bring this license with you. An overview of Phuket's transportation system. In addition to the above modes of transportation, bicycles and scooters can also be rented in Phuket, and special boats and launches are available for traveling by sea. It is important to remember that getting around the island can take some time due to heavy traffic, especially during peak hours. Plan your trips in advance and leave enough travel time to avoid unnecessary stress and make your Phuket vacation as comfortable and enjoyable as possible. Buses in Phuket. Buses in Phuket are a great way to get to know the island and its people. Bus routes cover almost all major tourist spots and tickets are inexpensive. However, it should be remembered that buses run on a strict schedule and are not always convenient for tourists who are used to freedom of movement. Buses in Phuket are divided into several types: city buses, intercity buses and tourist buses. The city buses serve the main areas of Phuket including beaches, shopping centers and markets. Intercity buses connect Phuket with other Thai cities including Bangkok, Pattaya and Chiang Mai. Tourist buses offer sightseeing tours of the island's attractions. It is important to note that buses in Phuket do not operate around the clock. Most routes start early in the morning and end in the evening. Therefore, if you plan to travel in the evening, you will have to consider other transportation options. It is also worth considering that buses do not have air conditioning, so the ride can be uncomfortable on hot days. But despite this, buses remain one of the most affordable and popular modes of transportation among locals and tourists. All in all, if you're not in a hurry and want to enjoy the local atmosphere, a bus ride would be a great choice. Phuket cabs. Cabs in Phuket are the fastest and most convenient way to get around the island, especially if you prefer comfort and privacy. There are several cab options that are available on the island. Regular cabs are cars with a yellow or green stripe on the side. They are usually parked outside hotels and tourist spots, ready to take you anywhere on the island. The cost of the trip is usually negotiated in advance. Cab tags are vehicles with a fare meter. They are usually parked in special parking lots or near the airport. The cost of the trip depends on the distance and the price is displayed on the fare meter. Tuk-tuks is a local version of a cab, similar to a rickshaw car. They are smaller than a regular cab, but can accommodate up to 2 passengers. Tuk-tuks are an interesting way to experience the local culture, but they are usually more expensive than regular cabs. Some cab drivers may try to overcharge you, especially if they see that you are a tourist. To avoid overcharging, always negotiate the price in advance or use a cab with a fare meter. It is also worth remembering that cab fares can increase at peak times, usually in the evening. If you plan to use cabs frequently during your Phuket vacation, consider using local cab booking apps such as Grab. Not only is it convenient, but you can avoid overpaying as the price of the trip is calculated automatically in the app. Motorcycles and scooters. Motorcycle and scooter rentals in Phuket are popular among tourists who value freedom and independence. It is a great way to explore the island, especially its remote and picturesque corners. However, it is necessary to keep in mind the rules of the road and safety. Mandatory use of a helmet, caution on the roads and consideration of complex traffic. It is important to note that you will need an international driver's license to rent a motorcycle or scooter. Thailand has a left-hand drive rule, which may cause some difficulties for tourists from right-hand drive countries. It is also worth considering that motorcycles and scooters are the most vulnerable form of transportation. Therefore, despite the appeal of this mode of transportation, you should take safety seriously. Do not exceed the speed limit. Always wear a helmet and use other protective equipment. Be careful when choosing a company to rent motorcycles or scooters. Make sure it has all the necessary licenses and insurance. Read reviews from other customers and compare prices before making a decision. Finally, be aware that some roads in Phuket can be steep and winding, especially in the mountainous areas. Be careful and don't take any risks unless you are confident in your driving skills. Your safety is the most important thing. Car rentals. Renting a car in Phuket is a comfortable solution for those who prefer freedom of movement and comfort. This is especially true for families with children or a large group of friends. Most rental companies offer a wide range of cars, from economy class to premium. There are a few important things to consider when renting a car. Cost of gasoline. Gasoline prices in Thailand may be different from what you are used to in your home country, so take this into account when planning your travel budget. Insurance. Most companies offer cars with already taken out insurance, but it is important to carefully read all the terms and conditions to avoid unpleasant surprises in case of an accident. International driver's license. Without them, you will be denied a rental car, so make sure you get them in advance. Driving experience. Traffic in Thailand has its own peculiarities, especially the heavy traffic in cities and on mountain serpentine roads. If you are not experienced enough, it is better to prefer another mode of transportation. It's also worth noting that a rental car gives you more freedom to explore the island. You choose your own route, departure time and duration of stops. This allows you to see more interesting places and enjoy your Phuket trip to the fullest. Hiking trails and alternative modes of transportation. Phuket also offers many opportunities for hiking. Many tourist spots, such as Phuket Old Town, are best explored on foot. Hiking trails allow you to get a closer look at the island's culture and history, architecture and unique sites. Alternatively, you can rent a bicycle and enjoy the beauty of the island by riding along its scenic trails and roads. Cycling routes in Phuket include both easy ones for beginners and more challenging ones for experienced cyclists. They wind through beaches, rainforests, fishing villages and other scenic spots. In addition to bicycles, electric scooters are becoming increasingly popular. They are environmentally friendly, quiet and easy to ride. Electric scooters are a great choice for short trips around the city or for walks in parks and promenades. It is also worth noting that car-sharing services are actively developing in Phuket. This is a convenient way to rent a car for a short period of time when you need to get to a certain place or just drive around the island. Either way, by choosing hiking trails or alternative means of transportation, you will not only enjoy your trip, but you can also contribute to the conservation of Phuket's nature and ecology. Thus, each tourist, by choosing sustainable ways to travel around Phuket, contributes to the preservation of the unique nature of this marvelous island. Tips for travelers. Choice of transportation. Your plans and preferences determine which mode of transportation is best for you. If you want to explore the island at your own pace, consider renting a motorcycle or car. If you prefer comfort and safety, cabs or buses are a good option. Economy. Compare prices and choose the best deals. For example, traveling by bus will be cheaper than traveling by cab. It is also worth considering that cab prices at the airport are usually higher than in the city. Safety. Follow traffic rules and always use protective equipment such as helmets when riding motorcycles. It is important to remember that traffic in Thailand is left-handed. Environmental responsibility. Be mindful of your contribution to the environment. Use public transportation whenever possible and choose environmentally friendly transportation options such as bicycles or walking. Cultural preservation. Behavior on public transportation should be respectful and correct. Pay attention to local customs and traditions. Route planning. Plan your itinerary in advance and factor in travel time. Many of Phuket's attractions are far apart, so proper planning can save you time and money. In conclusion, Phuket offers many options for convenient and safe transportation around the island. Regardless of the mode of transportation you choose, your journey around the island will be unforgettable and full of new experiences. Remember your safety and environmental responsibility, and your Phuket vacation will be perfect.